Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the long-awaited CS2 Map Tier List. Today I have my lovely co-host, Leviathan Reborn, and we're going to be ranking the CS2 maps in a tier list. Say
Yes,
hello, Levi.
sir. What's up? What's up?
Alright, so let's start from the very bottom, Anubis. I hated this map when I first played it, but after further inspection and playing the map, I actually deemed that it's actually a very fun map because it's so T-sided and it's very rush heavy and it's very action oriented. Like there's a lot of action and there's like not a lot of cover for the CTs, so you have to use a lot of your game sense to kind of move around the map. Honestly, thinking about it, I think this is going to be a good place to start the tier list because I'm going to put Anubis at a B tier, at a high B tier, maybe even low A. What do you think, Levi?
I wouldn't push it to low A personally. I was probably gonna say, I was probably gonna say like top C tier or like mid B, because it is T-sided. I feel like that kind of, I like that it's T-sided because it's unique, but that makes it like really unconventional and difficult as hell if you don't know, like if you don't proper setups on CT, if you don't like a well coordinated team. It could be tough.
Okay, I can agree with that. Now this next map, I'm no expert on, so I don't want to say my opinion's too strong on this. But from what I've experienced, I don't enjoy this map as I do the others. It ends up just me getting mad at everyone and everyone getting mad at me, and it just ends up being super toxic. And that's Ancient. Ancient's gonna go at a D tier for me. So all the ancient fans out there, sorry about that. It's just not a fun map. It's not fun to push. It's not fun to defend. It's just a very messy map, it feels like. Now that could change the
Very
more I play
heavy.
it. Yeah, very heavy. Very heavily CT
I was
sided.
gonna say very heavy on the FPS too.
Oh yeah, the FPS tanks when you go in the water. But where would
Yeah.
you put it personally, Levi?
Yeah. There's only so many maps, so someone's got to fill the D tier spot. I'll agree with that. It's
Alright.
yeah, it's below mid, bro. I used to actually like it at some point, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Inferno?
put this.
Go ahead, go ahead.
I'm gonna put this in A tier personally. I think it's really good map. It's really well done. I mean, B side is almost impossible to hit,
But
like
if you do
but it takes
gamble on
skill
it,
to do it.
yeah. And if you do
It has
get
a
it,
very
it's
high
so hard to retake. Like the
Uh-huh.
sites are hard to take, but they're also super hard to retake. And there's no other map that where that feels the same way.
Yeah, like it feels super rewarding to take.
Exactly,
Like, you
exactly,
get that bomb down. It's definitely one of the most rewarding.
exactly. And that's why I'm gonna agree with you. Top of A tier for me. I'm gonna have to put that there. It's very strong map. A lot of the pros love this map. I love this map. Therefore, I am a pro. But all jokes aside, it's such a good map. It's definitely one of my favorites. So it's definitely gonna have to go on A tier. Now, coming right off of the back of that, we have the most overplayed map in the history of Counter-Strike besides Dust 2. Okay? This map has been played to death. Everyone knows it. It's a meme. It's overplayed. We got the window player. Guys, I got the window. Everyone knows that guy. And we all have our memories. The most useless people on earth, B players. They just fucking jump there. I know it's harder to... Whatever that meme is. I'll put it in here somewhere. But Mirage is just played to death. It's boring. But it's also Counter-Strike at the end of the day. And it will always be Counter-Strike. It's when you think of Counter-Strike, like if you haven't touched Counter-Strike in a long time and you look back on it, you're gonna think Mirage. You're gonna think you're gonna think trying to take window, throwing the window smoke, taking mid, you're gonna think taking A, you're gonna just remember Palace, under Palace, A main. And it's for that reason I'm not hating it as much as I was after I overplayed it. So I'm just gonna put it in B tier. Just the way this list is
Uh,
structured, I feel like B is more like a C tier and D is more like an F tier. Like B is kind of like the C tier of this tier list. So that's why I'm ranking him like this. Right? Cuz look at
okay.
this. It's right at the middle of the road. That's why I put Anubis here. So I feel like this is like the C tier. So Anubis, Mirage, it's Counter-Strike at the end of the day, but at the end of the day, besides that, it's also overplayed to like living hell. It's overplayed to that.
I'm gonna just say screw it and throw all my absolute bias into this and put it in D tier above ancient because
I'll
that's
respect
how
it.
much sick of it I am.
I
And
respect it.
yeah, I mean it's not a bad map, but it's also just I feel like it just also plays super average. Like it's just such like a middle ground map on both sides. Like it's nothing's really exciting about it. It's just yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. All right, all right, all right. Let's get that. We got that out of the way. Now let's make room for the big guy, okay? Let's make room for the only. Okay, I shouldn't say that. I don't know. It's one of the only maps where the bomb sites are on top of each other. There's so many fun plays you can do, like trying to kill that guy and one tap that guy ramp and pushing through and taking sight feels so rewarding, or smoking off and going into secret. But then if you're on CT, you catch him doing that, you can sneak in through vents and catch him early. There's so many different fun plays you could do in rotations where you can go all the way to ramp, fake him B, go up to heaven and go A. There's so much fun to be had on Nuke. Or the fight for outside that happens when you're fighting someone outside and it's going body for body and it gets super intense. The retakes are insane. The retakes are really fun, and I actually don't think they're that hard because there's not too much cover on them, which makes it super fun to play for retakes. It's amazing. I love Nuke, and I'm gonna have to put it at S tier. It's one of my favorite maps in the entire game, but it gets beat by one map, and I don't think people are gonna like it. But Levi, go ahead.
This is also an S tier map for me. There's nothing that beats this map personally for me. Nuke is the best map in the game, in my opinion. I agree with what you're saying. Retakes are not that difficult. I think it makes it interesting too when you're on T side. The post plant plays you have to make. You got to make sure you're calling out where you're throwing your util, blocking off the entrances for the retakes. Because if you don't, or if you even somehow get a plant with zero util, the post plant plays are going to be very difficult to make.
Well
Yeah,
said.
S tier.
Well said.
Best map
S
in the
tier.
game.
Amazing map. I also think of this when I think of Counter Strike. It also a big thing with the maps for me. I have to love the color scheme. Nuke has an
Oh yeah,
amazing
the
color scheme.
updated
I love
colors.
blue. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
love blue. I love the color blue. Everything is blue on Nuke. The beautiful blue sky. It takes place in the day, on a nice sunny day. It's on a nuclear clean facility. It's super like clean. I love the Nuke aesthetic. Same thing with Inferno. Inferno has a blue sky, beautiful sky. It takes place in, I don't know where it takes place, but it's beautiful. Like the buildings are beautiful. Everything's nice. You hear that guitar strumming. But let's go into Overpass. Now, Overpass is a nice little spot in my heart just because I love the aesthetic of it and I love the Olaf moment of the Have you heard of the Olaf boost, Levi?
I don't think so.
Oh, wow. Okay. So it's a very legendary moment in CS when Overpass was kind of like trash and like not well developed, not patched or anything. You know from Ace, is that yeah, A site. You know where truck is?
Yeah.
If you lean up against the wall, you can triple stack 3 players on top of each other, and the one on top, Olaf Meister in a match in a Fnatic versus I forgot who, boosted. I think it was LDLC. They boosted 3 people up against that wall, and you could see down into B site, or you could see somewhere really easily, and they got free kills for like 3 rounds, and it was called the Olaf boost forever. It was this legendary moment where they found this like amazing boost where 3 people stacked on top, and they could see it basically over the whole map, and they ended up getting
Wow.
DQ'd, I think, but it was there should be a graffiti somewhere on the map commemorating the moment. But just the cool things like the monster art in Monster. I love that. I love the train aesthetic. I love the rundown. It kind of gives like a good counter to the sunny maps, right? There's sunny maps, but there's also like this more grungy punk style map. You know, if you go to like the nightclub, coming from T-Spawn, go to the right, you can listen to the punk music that's playing in the club. There's so many. Taking Fountain is so fun. Long, Fight for Long. Sniper versus Sniper is really fun. Taking Con, taking Mid. I just really enjoy this map. I love playing Heaven on CT side. I love that. I think I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna give it A. I'm gonna give it A right behind Inferno.
Yeah,
Inferno's
that's where I was gonna put
by
it too.
far.
Yeah.
Oh, you agree with me?
Dude, yeah, I was gonna put it. Hey, I like Overpass.
Yeah, I do
I'll
too.
say my piece.
I do too. I've been
Because
loving Overpass.
I used to absolutely despise Overpass because it's really hard on the T side, but playing it more and more and figuring out the pushes you can do, figuring out how to peek properly using flashes to help you. Because this is a map where I feel like flashing out is huge. Like you'll even see the pros do it a lot, especially towards like Monster on CT side. Um, and yeah, I was also gonna put it in A tier. I definitely think it belongs there. I think Inferno is better, but I like Overpass. It's a good map.
Inferno is a good step above Overpass, but
Oh
Overpass is
yeah.
still fire. Now we come to my baby,
This is
the
where I'm
cream
gonna
of the
disagree.
crop,
Okay.
the best Counter Strike map in all of Counter Strike. Oh, nothing better than the blue hue of the city, the street ambience. You're in your suits. If you played back in the day, right, that's where the suits came from with the money bags, the condom head man. Nothing better than rushing A. Nothing better than hitting that guy that's posted up way too far on B stairs. Hit him, boom, hit his buddy on head glitch, boom, and then taking B site. Oh, so good. Or one tapping the guy hiding on B platform, one tapping him and taking site, or just absolutely destroying people on a rush up A ramp. Oh my gosh. Same thing, CT, vice versa. I mean, T site's definitely way more rewarding because it's so much more like against you. The odds are so much far against you because it's such a CT sided map. But then CT side playing that and just completely dominating feels so good. It's such a fun map to play. So many different angles, so many different ways to like surprise the enemy. So many off angles. It's just so much to do with this map, and just basically that overall. The aesthetic of the map is beautiful. I love the blue sky. I love the city. I love having an ambience. I love a CS map that doesn't feel empty. And I know it's still empty, but like seeing like if you look in the distance, you can hear cars, you can see them, you can see some of them moving, and it feels like a very live map. And that's why I'm gonna have to put Vertigo at S tier, top of S tier. It's my favorite map, the
Um,
best map in Counter Strike, in my personal opinion.
for me, this is also gonna be an A tier map. I will put it in between Overpass and Inferno because I like it better than Overpass. Um, the T side is tough, but like you playing with you showed me like how to take sites. You showed me some nade lineups that help a lot, and I think it is a fun map. It's also definitely rewarding on T side when you get as many rounds as you can. When you get like above like 4 to 5 rounds, you pretty much know you guarantee the map win as long as you don't screw up on CT side. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, I like it.
No,
I like it.
it's a fun ass map if you take the time to learn it and just like learn little things about it. And that's one thing. The more time you put in a Vertigo, the more you get back. Like placing yourself in a spot where you can hear the people walking up a ramp, placing yourself in a spot where you can hear people here, learning the smokes. You can flash through mid and do stairs. You can do different boosts. There's different like nail. Like there's so much stuff that this map has for you to offer you, and it's just so much fun. So it's just I never got to really enjoy it that much before. I know it was a cult classic before, where only a select few people liked it. But man, I just the way they did it in CS2 is just seems so awesome, and yeah, and I know Oni Pixel is gonna be in agreement with me because he's a Vertigo stan through and throughout. So that's where I'm gonna have to. It's gonna be the tier list. Do you have yours up, or did you just do it by word?
I just did it by word.
Okay.
I
Okay.
can
Well,
I can say it again if you want. I
yeah, yeah.
remember.
Go ahead. So give me your tier list.
All right, so my tier list: S tier, we got Just Nuke. A tier, we've got Inferno, then Vertigo, then Overpass. C tier, we've got Anubis. Or sorry, B tier. B tier, we've got Anubis. C tier. Actually, I don't think I put anything in C tier this time.
No,
And then D tier, I have yeah, and
because
then D
Mirage, you
tier.
put Mirage
D,
in its
yeah,
fucking place.
yeah, D tier. I have Mirage and then Ancient.
Hold on. I have a better idea. What if we make Mirage its own tier? Let's make Mirage. Let's see if I can add another one. Oh, add a row below. Yes, we'll make it fucking. We'll make it blue. Oh no, this one can stay. Was it green? This one can stay green. Call this one dog shit. There we go. That looks about right.
Oh shit.
Alright, so now that the tier list is official, I think this is far from opinion. At least this part of the tier list. And now we can agree on something.
Nice.
So that's going to be the tier list. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I'm looking to have more content based around PCs coming out. Or if some of you guys are new to Counter-Strike and don't play Counter-Strike but would like to, I can make a tutorial on how to get into it because I know it has a high skill ceiling and a high learning curve. And I can show you guys how to get there faster. But that's going to be it for the video, guys. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.
Peace.